we are on a nice spring walk. Walking the doggos. It's a beautiful day. If you would like to go for a walk with me, I thought I could tell my meditation story, because I'm sure some of you are like, who is she that knows meditation, and who is she to tell us how to do so and how to radiate what we want to bring back into our lives. If you would like to know how I ask the universe, and I have come to do so, please join me on my beautiful walk around Winnetka Lake with two sweet little doodles, and I'll tell you a story. I began to go to junior high school, because back in the day it was junior high, not middle school. I went to Oberon Junior High, which was 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. And I began to wonder about some of the spiritual things that had happened to me already in my life, and I'd wondered why. I decided to go to the library and check out as many New Age spiritual books that I could. I read them all. I'm not one to follow one thing over another. I choose and pick what I like, what radiates with me, and I study that. I went to church with a neighbor, and they had a youth group, and we had fun, but it wasn't for me. I knew I wanted something different, something more natural. So I went to go look for that, and I went out in the world. I was at the horse stable until I was 21. I worked up at Estes Park for the horse shows for every summer, for 3 summers in a row. And then I had a car, and not everything was fun. There was some things happening in my life that I didn't quite know what to do about. Boys, what to do with my life, where I was going, the path I was on. I was scared. I needed to know more. And I wasn't going to live in my car forever. I did not want to live on the street. And I wanted to find things out about the world and travel and see and hear and do everything that I could. And I asked the universe, I said, I want to experience everything in the world. Well, be careful what you ask for, because you must be specific. That's probably the first thing I can say is be very specific what you ask for. You can be broad about certain things, but make sure you ask for exactly what you want and make sure you want it. Because pretty soon I was going on a wild roller coaster ride. I met my best friend. She introduced me to my husband. And we knew each other for 53 days. We hurried our butts up into getting married. Shotgun wedding. Lived in Colorado Springs for a year. I'm going to tell that story fully because that's a whole story in itself, and it's a fun story about how we met and how we went about things. I always have fun in whatever I do, and that's probably the second thing that I can say is always have fun no matter what you're doing. Not everyone's going to love their work. Not everyone's going to love where they live. But you can make it so. And if you don't like it, change it. Don't complain about it and continue day after day after day to complain about it and not do anything. Do something about it. Change your situation. Make it happen. Live through it until things change. And make it change. Only person that can change you is you. You can ask for help everywhere get all the help you can. Do whatever you can to make it happen in a good, positive, unique way. That is what I've always done. Learning lessons along the way. How not to do things, how to do things better. I always liked the country path. The long route around. Sometimes it was fun going down the highway. Going the fast route to somewhere. Most of the time I like the country scenery, scenic route to go. We stayed in Colorado Springs after we got married for a year. Todd was at Fort Carson. Then we flew to Germany for 7 years. I'm going to tell all these stories in my own time as the timeline goes on and tell all the unique stories and adventures that we went on. I had my first child in Germany, and then I was pregnant with Meadow when I came home and had her about a month and a half later in September. And we left Germany in end of July of 2000. In Germany, I studied dog obedience, got certified in that, studied animal science and vet tech, got certified in that, because at the time you could do all the certifications through the mail. Now it's online. but online was a whole new thing back then. So I did it all through the mail. I also joined a little yoga group, and we started doing meditation. It wasn't quite the meditation that I do now. It was very beginner and learning how to breathe and just be in your stillness and doing some yoga meditations, which I'm getting more into now with my meditation teacher certification. I have my first certificate. I'm going for my second, and actually it'll be my third, because when I came home, I began my spiritual healing journey when I had Canyon, which is my youngest son, and I let him grow up a little bit, and then we started looking for somewhere to go, something to do. Todd came home from Iraq. He needed to work on his own stuff. So I took the kids and we went to every church in Colorado, the main church of each religion in Colorado. The First Church of the First Catholic Church of Denver. We went to a Mormon church. We went to Jehovah's Witness. We went to Protestant. We went to First Church of Science, Jehovah's Witness again, and a couple more other churches with friends. I took the kids on all kinds of adventures. Then we did find a spiritual church, the Church of Infinite Spirit. And we went to that church for a good year, and they taught spiritual healing, meditations, and they had classes. So I began to take classes there. Lots of them. Oop. Okay. Do you ever listen to the wind and just listen? And it's that breezy, soft wind that I just love it so much. My meditation teacher started her own small gathering of spiritual healers. Started her own church. And we went to that church for probably 8 months or so. And then she decided to retire and go move closer to family. But I learned a lot from that time, a lot of reflection. And I love teaching people about meditation, how to live a positive life, how to ask to have cool, unique dreams that bring guidance and messages, or something funny. Before the pandemic, I could help a lot of people. I had friends and clients that I would teach meditation. I would give them healings. I also do dog trainings, pet sittings, dog walkings, and a lot of that stopped during the pandemic. I'm getting ready to move out into the world a little bit. I'm going to get my vaccine and next week so that I can see people again. And I just love helping people and animals and houses. I love blessing and cleansing houses, and I'm going to do a video on that. I have a lot of plans on videos. I had to get over my stage fright because I freeze up. I'm not a very fast talker. I do love to tell stories. I have lots of stories to tell. Anyone can message me about questions about meditation, or if you have any issues that we could maybe address together. And I'll be bringing you a lot more meditation videos and some self-help videos, and as I learn, you too shall learn. Radiate out what you want. If you want peace, love, compassion, then radiate that. That also can mean not saying negative words. That also means no cursing. That also means no complaining. No making fun of people. We learn in this type of spirituality, this work, to have no judgment and no expectations. There's a fine line between judging people for what they look like and what they do and what they wear, how they wear their hair. I really don't care. Actually, I do care. I care about them enough to, as long as it doesn't affect me and it's not hurting them, if they have their hair in a messy ponytail or they shave their head, as long as they're a good person and they're doing good things, then that's who they are. Tattoos, piercings. That's not the point of life. The point of life is your actions and who you are and how you treat the world and the people around you and animals and trees and grass and little bugs. How do you treat them? Do you care about them? You care about them, life will care about you. It's a natural order of things. Just practice, just a little bit, baby steps. Try not having any judgment or expectations for one full day. Do not curse for a whole day. That all your actions that you have are positive, fun, helpful to someone else, to something else, and see how your life changes. Until next time, until the next story, until the next meditation, until I decide the next video, we will see you soon. Thank you. Message me. Let me know how you are. I really want to know.